broke the stops here, went on bid watch, picked up a buy trigger off the 9s, took it up initially to the 14s for 5 points. That was all right, reasonable trade. And obviously we're going to be watching to see if we're going to get another trigger on the stop run here. And we're on bid watch on Max S&P, bid watch on Max S&P. It's looking quite nice, tasty little trade. And just on the watch, as I said, for a bit of business here. See if there's going to be an opportunity to buy some bottom prints. So it's quite a nice quiet day to start off things, get you into the idea of liquidity, nice and easy to get started with. Not an awful lot of business getting done. And yeah, pretty simple, straightforward kind of day today so far. Monday's always a liquidity hunt. Monday's always about getting some liquidity from somewhere and just trying to be switched on enough to recognize the liquidity grabbing process, and then just watching to see if you get an opportunity to do some business against those liquidity hunts. And that's what we're kind of seeing just now. So waiting for a new max trigger. We haven't got it yet on the S&P. We're just watching it on bid watch just now. So we're watching it dropping down a little bit, and we'll maybe pick up some business on the next drop. Remember, it's in the slippy side of the book just now, guys. So we know that it's on the slippy side because we told you that last night. We said that the market was slippy. We gave you a price of 46.75 on the SPX, 46.75. Well, we're obviously well below that price. So you can see that it gets very, very slippy during that little bit of process. And you can see that's obviously played out pretty much exactly as we suggested in the tweet. Slippy below. Taking another little bit of business. There was a big lean there at 46.04s, so I've taken some business against that. We picked up a dose of S&P longs there into that big lean that we got down at 46.05s. It's just traded up to the 7s and 8s and 9s, and I've taken another chunk of profits on the trade. It's quite easy being a bottom dweller, isn't it? Quite an easy business to be just sitting around waiting for them to run stops and then pick up another bit of business against the dropping price. Stops at break even. And let's see if we get any more upside. Thank you very much. It wasn't a max trigger. We didn't get a max trigger down into the bottom prints, but I did get a big lean with some very, very heavy voltics into the 46.05s. And I just bought 46.5 1/4, 46 5.5 and above. And we've taken it now up to 10s. Pretty easy trade, right? Anybody on board? Huge delta lean, huge opportunity, and the biggest delta, in fact, of the day session so far. Biggest delta of the day so far, guys. Well, if it's the biggest delta of the day, why would we get the biggest delta of the day at 14.50, not 14.30? Well, there must be sellers taking profits or buyers buying in a wad of products, right? So we take advantage of that. We've gone from 5s up to 12s. We've made 7 points. Doesn't sound like a lot, but 7 points is still 7 points, right? 7 points is still 7 points. Nothing wrong with that, guys. Nothing wrong with that. Bottom edge dwelling. Max has come in with a bit of short selling into the 12, so hopefully that pulls the price up. Not selling it, but putting a little bit of offer watch, so adding a little bit of liquidity into this now at 12s, hopefully to drag the price up through 12. And we're on board. If Max decides to sell it at 12s, then that's going to be a different case altogether. But Max has got a little bit of offer watch just now at 12. So I've just tightened up my stop to close out, and we've been stopped out at 10s, a buy trade at 5s, 5 points profit on that Max offer watch at 12s. Price is sold against the Max signal, and that's obviously an indication, of course, that selling is still in the game at the moment. Selling's still in the game. So as soon as we added a little bit of liquidity, sellers pushed the price off that down to 8s.